Another Democrat is leaving California's crowded governor's race as new polling highlights concerns about a divided field. Former state controller Betty Yee announced today she's suspending her campaign. ABC 10's Nazi Javid joins us now with the details. And Nazi, it appears there simply were some hurdles she couldn't overcome.
Yeah, Laura, it was a big move today. Yee had been vying to be the first woman to hold the state's highest office, but she says she just struggled to gain that traction. She lagged in both polling and in fundraising.
Today, I am announcing my campaign for governor will be suspended.
With just weeks until the primary, former state controller Betty Yee dropping out of the race, saying her message never fully connected with voters. Alluding to the Trump era of politics, Yee says voters are gravitating toward flashier candidates.
The whole notion that voters are looking for experience and competence is not a top priority.
As her campaign lost momentum, Yee says she could no longer keep up financially.
I'm not going to have sufficient resources to get us to the finish line.
And without strong polling numbers, donor support declined.
The donors were not going to be there. Even some of my former supporters just felt like they needed to move on as well.
New polling shows a fragmented field with 2 Republicans leading as Democrats split the vote.
There are 60 candidates on the ballot. There are still 2 primary Republicans and now 6 primary Democrats. And the initial question in our track shows that 2 Republicans lead the field with 17% and 14% respectively.
California Democratic Party Chair Rusty Hicks pointed to those trailing in the polls.
You mentioned narrowing the field, and you mentioned the single-digit numbers and the money. Will you mention names directly of who you would ask to step down?
Well, I think the field is pretty clear as to who has remained in single digits. If you're in single digits with 2 weeks to go, I would think you would fall in the category to give serious consideration to stepping back at this point in time.
A Sacramento political consultant says if that doesn't happen, the consequences could be significant.
Because none of their candidates are even at 20%. Democrats could find themselves in this really weird position of being the majority state and being totally iced out of the governor's race.
And we're going to build on that Democratic Party tracking poll that came out today. Steve Hilton narrowly leads the field, followed by fellow Republican Chad Bianco. And among Democrats, Xavier, Becerra and Tom Steyer are now tied for third in a split field. And more voters are beginning to tune into the race for governor as the undecided rate has fallen from 24 to 20%. And the tracking poll surveyed 1,200 likely voters online and by phone between April 15th and the 17th. It was done by Evitarus Research, a Black and Latina-led public opinion firm. Laura.
Okay, some major updates today. Nazi, thank you. You can hear from the leading candidates running for governor. Just stream their interviews right now on the free ABC 10 app. Just look for California governor race on the home screen.